Hello, we are Geeks Assembled.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are. And we're sort of getting the festivities up and running. Because we're in that season of the holly jolly season where the mistletoe, pull a cracker, put in the Christmas tree up, you know. It's that time of year again, folks. Yes, it's Easter. No, 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 no. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. And today we are talking about a 2018 movie, especially made for Netflix, called The Christmas Chronicles, starring Mr. Kurt Russell there, as Susan's pointed out, as Santa Claus. So we'll go around this little group here with their opening thoughts of this movie. Susan, let's go to you then, seeing as you've got your pointy finger out.
Okay,
What's your opening thoughts on The Christmas Chronicles?
my opening thoughts on Christmas Chronicles are, wow, I didn't even expect this kind of goodness and stuff. Kurt Russell again. I mean, he was the first Captain Jack O'Neill, okay? The first one. And he was in that movie that we just reviewed, Big Trouble in Little China. And he's been in a lot of the stuff that we reviewed, The Thing, all this cool stuff. He does amazing things in the wintertime. I gotta lay that out for you. His involvement in wintertime is pretty high. In this one, he's an endearing Santa Claus, a really endearing Santa Claus. And these two kids, that one is Katie Cat and that one is Teddy Bear, and they're pretty good. They're pretty amazing child actors, and they're pretty. The actors are, and the characters are darn sweet, just darn sweet. I mean, there's chase scenes and jailhouse rock, and there's all sorts of good stuff in this. There is a beautiful interior TARDIS-like sack of toys. You just got to see it to believe it. Anyway, I enjoyed the heck out of this movie. It brought tears to me eyes, to be really honest and stuff. And that's just not, not how I usually watch movies. I'm usually a little more, but this time I was like, oh, dig in with all the feelings. Here, have all the feelings. So that's what I did. I gave all the feelings away.
Well, it is Christmas, Susan.
It is Christmas.
Feel free to give them away.
And my little heart grew 3 sizes this year. No, here's Alex. So, what did you think of this thing? Opening.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. It's well done. It's a little corny, but unfortunately, it is a Christmas movie. But
Corny.
I did like some of the jokes. It went a little far afield, and of course, it's not really going to concentrate on, where they really are. But it's a fun movie. I'm glad I watched it. I guess they're doing a sequel now, and Goldie Hawn will be in it as his. In real life,
Daughter.
they're married, so. But yeah, he's been a child actor forever, ever since the '60s. He's been an actor, so this probably was a lot of fun for him to make.
Yeah, cool. It looked like fun as well. Beef Dad, over to you.
Yeah, it's a lovely story. It's a lovely story. It was really well done. The 2 children in it are absolutely brilliant, especially when they decide that they're to help Santa because he's so late. Because things have gone wrong, like when he's in the police prison, and sort of as a prisoner in the police place. It's just brilliant. And as she mentioned, I loved the interior of Santa's sack. That was just extraordinary. It was very TARDIS-like, much bigger on the inside. Lots of presents, lots of space for making presents, and of course, lots of elves making presents. And it was just great fun. But the thing is, it wasn't just the kids; it was the adults, the prisoners with Santa in the police place, in police station, and the policemen in the police station, and it was just so magical, and you just kept smiling. Once in a while, you would laugh, but it was very good, and the reindeer were brilliant too. I loved the reindeer; they were good fun. And it was just so good, so clever, so well put together, and so well done by the cast. They really brought the Christmas magic in there. And yes, there is going to be a new one.
Yeah.
But the thing is, in the very last moment of the film, you do see Mrs. Christmas.
Oh yes.
So she's actually in this one as well, but just for a very few seconds. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to the next one. And if they have those two kids in it again, that would be brilliant. Judah Lewis playing Teddy was super, and Darby Camp playing Kate she was just brilliant. She was just brilliant. She believed in all the magic. I just loved it. I just loved it.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Beef Dad. I wanted to watch this movie last year when it was first released in, near the Christmas last year. I never got around to doing it. Things just got away from me. But we've had a chance to watch it now, and I'm glad I did. It's a Christmas movie for everybody, but done differently. It's not the run of the mill Christmas movie, Santa Claus movie. It's done with new ideas, and that's what makes it so special. And as I said, the kid actors in this are awesome. But there again, every now and again, I did want to slap that young little girl because she was so annoying at sometimes. Just leave your big brother alone. But no, it was, joking aside, it was a really well made film. And who would have thought of Kurt Russell playing Santa Claus? You'd never have thought it, would you really? Not in a million years, but he knocks it out of the park. He really does. And as you say, everything's got character in this. The elves have got individual characters. Even the reindeer have got individual characters. It's just so. It's funny. It's as I say, it's all for the family. I enjoyed it, and it didn't drag. It was, what was it, 1 hour and 40 minutes or something like that. It flew by. If a film does that, it's done its thing. So we'll go to favourite moments or things what you wasn't so keen on. Let's go back to Beef Dan. Oh yes, no rest for the wicked.
Thank you. Favourite moments. Right. Well. The rock singing in the police station was just brilliant. Santa found all the necessary. He brought. magicked up. All the guitars, the drums, piano, trumpet. It was just, and then of course he did the lead singing in it, and it was just so good. Yeah, I loved the bit where the reindeer basically broke away from the sleigh, and then the sleigh crashed down, which is what caused all the problem. And then the little girl goes off looking for the reindeer. It was just mad. And then the little boy and little girl finally find the sack, and she goes in, and meets all the elves inside. And of course the sack is nicked by some crooks, and it's going to be thrown in a fire. But the brother stops that from happening, and then she comes out with all the elves, and they sort out the crooks. That was just absolutely brilliant. Yeah, there was lots of bits of excitement. And then of course the elves repaired the sleigh, and she brought back the reindeers, and the policeman, who had enjoyed what Father Christmas did so much, let him out. And then they went off, but he was so late, he had missed so much time, that the kids had to help. And the boy had to drive the sleigh, the girl had to check the book with the presents, throw them down to Santa, who whizzed down chimneys. And when there wasn't a chimney, used his key. It was just magical. It was just totally magical. And I must admit, the final joy part for the little boy, whose father had died, and he had been so proud of his dad, and Father Christmas gives him a sort of golden bauble for his Christmas tree. He hangs it up on the Christmas tree. He sees himself, and then the face of him turns into his father's, and he has this little conversation with his father, and that brought a tear to my eye. But yeah, absolutely magical, brilliantly done.
Yeah, it does pull on your heartstrings, that scene. And the movie can't go wrong if you've got an elf with a chainsaw as well. That elf with a chainsaw just cracked me up. Over to Alex and Susan.
Hi. Okay. So, as Beef Dad was mentioning, the son was looking in that ornament, and he sees his father's face. His father had been a firefighter in the city of Lowell, and in reality, one of the interesting things about what's going on in the real world is that there was a firefighter who died last Christmas on Lowell Street in Worcester, Massachusetts. And this has got a lot of Massachusetts references, and that's one of them. This firefighter had a family, and his name was Christopher Roy. Anyway, so that happened, and then you know, during the beginning part of the movie, the flight of the sleigh from Lowell, Massachusetts, out. They fly like down one of the highway kind of things in the clouds, but you see Boston, and as you're getting close to where they almost hit an airplane, you hit a water tower, and I mean, it's just here's another reality. We just had our water tower in Chelsea called the Soldiers Home Water Tower taken down. So I mean, it's like, I mean, there's so many references for us, for me personally. I mean, just me. I found like all this stuff, like reality, shining little bits of mystic connection with this movie. I really love it. I really thought that the kids did an amazing job, and that beginning part was so. I mean, it was breathtaking for me. I was like, oh my God, they're gonna go to Logan. Oh my God, look at that. That's the water tower, and like that was just like, I mean, wow. And you know, Alex is shaking his head at me because he thinks I'm being too weird about that. But I love this movie. And the other thing that I love is the elf that looks like the gremlin on Lee's jumper there. There's an elf that when he smiles, he looks just like that little gremlin guy on your jumper. And so, I mean, that's a trippy thing too. I mean, there's all sorts of reality touches in this. So I believe in Santa Claus, and I believe in these kids, and I believe in reindeer, and I'll tell you about and what?
And Kurt Russell. You believe in Kurt Russell?
And I believe in Kurt Russell, and I know that I believe in Alex, even if he thinks that I'm weird.
Anyway, I'm going to have to just ignore some of that. Of course, they have to put a little bit of reality into it, otherwise it would be a live-action cartoon. But again, yeah, firefighting is a dangerous job. Convenience store clerk is a very dangerous job. Policeman is a very dangerous job. Obviously, I don't know if I want to go into the reality of how dangerous Lowell and Worcester, the cities in Massachusetts, are for firefighters.
Very.
It's a little too dangerous. I don't know about the rest of the stuff she was prattling on about, but anyway, it's just a movie. It's sweet. It's cute. Okay, that's fine. It's not a bad movie.
What were your favorite?
But
bits?
it's a little too early to get all super sentimental.
What are your favorite bits?
No, I mean Kurt Russell's good. The acting is good. I probably would have written it a little bit more realistic, but they probably didn't want to go into melodrama territory, and they were pretty close. I like the Yoda reference.
Oh, yeah.
But like I said, I like to be a little bit more analytical, a little bit more artistic, not just go off on a psychedelic tangent. So yeah, I mean, I liked it, and you know, there's other ones that maybe given time, this will be as famous as the Charlie Brown Christmas or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or stuff like that. I like the fact that, you know, he did kind of say to what's his name, the boy and the criminals in the jail, to be, you know, nicer.
Good.
And all that.
Be good. Be on the night.
Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I do like this movie. It's you know, I'll give it a I'll give it a good rating.
Don't rate
Relax.
it yet. Don't rate it yet.
Relax.
Let Lee go.
Relax. Relax.
Before you rate. No, all right, finish what you're saying.
Anyway. Will you just go, please?
Would you quit rolling your eyes at me? Don't rate it yet.
All right.
Oh dear, I love those two.
Just relax, you. It's only a movie.
Well, I don't know how you could make it more realistic. Anyway, it's a fantasy movie. I just like the way Santa Claus knows everybody when they were younger. He knows what they desired for presents. mean, that scene with the policeman in the detention cell, where he got out all the toys he wanted when he was 9 years old. I mean, that was just amazing. And then if you're bad as well, opening all the presents that were just coal. That was so funny. All the crooks were just coal. But yeah, it's very well done. I mean, even the scenes on the sledge, going through. It must be is Santa Claus a Time Lord?
Yes,
It looked like he was
yes,
going through a time vortex, traveling to all those cities.
yes.
Yes, it would be.
Yes.
But yeah, and that the scene, as you say, with the young girl going into the sack and just clambering down all the presents, and then going into the room, and that was just really well done. I mean, you wouldn't have thought that's some good imagination made this movie, because you get a Christmas movie, it's the same old sort of story told over and over again, but this one, there's something fresh about it. Yeah, it's a good movie. I'm glad we watched it. So, anybody else have anything to say about it?
Yeah, that interior of the sack was very Terry Pratchett. Also,
Yes, I was.
Hogfather.
Yes, when I was watching it, I was thinking it reminds me of something. Now you say it, yeah, Hogfather. Yeah, but yeah, it's a brilliant movie. So final saying scores then, shall we? Susan, over to you.
Okay, Alex is going to go first because he wanted to so bad.
He can't keep it in. He needs to score it.
Yeah, I'll give it a B plus.
No, number.
I'll give it a 8.5.
Okay. No, don't you want to say anything more?
No.
Did I make you mad?
Will you just go on, please?
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I will give it a 10. 10 elves who helped fix Santa's sleigh out of 10.
Brilliant. I think Susan liked this movie.
I did.
Yeah, and let's go over to Beef Dad.
The extraordinary thing about the film is the amount of different emotions it switches on. It makes you laugh. At one point you're in tears. You worry. You look forward to. You encourage. You get so involved with it, and it triggers emotions, and it's so well done. The performances are so absolutely excellent. So for me, it gets a 10.
Brilliant. I couldn't agree more with Beef Dad there. It does. It's the emotions. It's every single one. It hits the note. Yeah. So I think I am going to give it 10 joyriding Santa Clauses out of 10, because he went for a joyride in that car and he enjoyed it. But don't tell Mrs. Claus if you've ever seen it. Yeah, it's a brilliant movie. I would recommend it. It's up on Netflix now. Reshowing. I say the sequel will be most probably for next Christmas. So, because they just missed out now. So, please, you guys out there, let us know what you think of Christmas. Let us know what you think of Kurt Russell as Santa Claus. What do you think of this movie? What do you think of our group? What do you think of Beef Dad? What do you think of Susan? What do you think of Alex? Who knows? What can we say? We're going to just have to tune in to the next episode.
Okay, what do you think of Lee also?
I'm just beyond comment. This is just it. But guys, if you want to be part of the group, just drop us a line. We're all over the place: Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. We're everywhere. We're doing like a pincer movement to take over the world. And Geeks Assembled will be there 2020. Tell you. So until next time, have yourself a merry little Christmas and don't overdo the mince pies. Bye for now.